Alright, what's going on, you guys? So the time's come to finally build the RC10T. So I've had this truck for a long time. I've waited a while to build it because I had a lot going on. Being like a business owner, I own a lot of property, landlord, stuff like that. Which I don't even like being a landlord these days. It's not even worth it. You're better off just like selling stuff on eBay. But anyway, I had a lot going on, a lot of business stuff, and it's finally all blown over. So I kind of told myself, once all that blows over, I'm going to build this RC10T. So this truck is special to me because when I was a kid, when I was itty bitty, I always loved the Clodbuster, but also the RC10T. So the RC10T, I used to look through old car actions and look at pictures, read all the articles. Finally, I got one. My sweet mother gets me one for Christmas, which I don't know how. I mean, we never had a lot of money, so something like this back then was just way out of my league. It was just something that would never happen, but somehow she found a way to give me this exact kit, the team kit with like the anodized shocks and stuff. And so that got me into racing, the RC trucks. I had the RC10T. I got big into racing for a while. I did like indoor dirt tracks. So I would love to buy some property in a building where I could do an indoor dirt track. I looked at a couple, but the reason I didn't go ahead, pull the trigger, and buy that property was because they didn't want to sell. They wanted to rent, and it's never a good idea to rent a business property. You're kind of like, your business is at the hands of the landlord. So once I find a good property up for sale to where I could buy it and do a nice indoor dirt track, I'm definitely going to do that. But this is the truck that started the whole racing thing for me. So RC10s are awesome. Not just RC10Ts, but all RC10s are awesome, just like a Clodbuster. So I have a couple other RC10Ts that I bought off like eBay, or maybe one I might have got off Marketplace or something. I'll show you those real quick. So these are the two RC10Ts I have. This one's mint. It's like brand new. That's an aftermarket body. That's not an original body. You can tell by how curved it is compared to like the squared off original. So this one, I bought this. It was sold as a new assembled kit, like a recent build where somebody bought an original RC10T new in the box like this, built it, and then they probably sold a body because I bought it. It was missing the body. So I found this one on eBay where somebody was selling this as like a new RC10T body, painted like the original. You can see it's to match the box art, but that's definitely not an original body, so I wasn't too happy about that, but it looks good enough, so that's why that's in there. This one is just a really mint condition RC10T. Obviously this body's not painted like the box art, but it's in nice condition. I could probably strip this down and repaint it, but I don't know. I like to leave that because somebody back in the day painted this, made it look like that, and that's cool. Body's too far forward though. These holes should have been like a little bit up here because you can see it covers up the bumper. Somebody also dyed the control arms black. That was popular back then. Both these trucks are mint though. If you look at the bottom of the chassis, there's a couple scratches on this one. That one's got no scratches, so you can see this was a brand new kit, but still not the same. It still didn't have that same coolness as the original one. I knew the only way I could get that back was to build a new in box RC10T. And this one right here is the race truck kit, part number 7001. Taking a look right here, comes with the hard anodized shocks, the gray shocks instead of the gold ones. It comes with ball bearings instead of bushings. So those other two trucks have the gold shocks and the bushings. My original truck came with just like this, the bearing and the gray shocks. So this is the exact kit I had way back then that started my whole RC racing thing, started a legacy for me. This truck taught me how to like work on stuff and build stuff. If it wasn't for having this RC10T and the Clodbuster, I definitely would not be as successful as I am today. So let's take a look at the box. Check that out, that's pretty cool. It's a blast from the past. Just seeing this box kind of gives me the chills. Even though I had this thing for a long time, and I have other new in the box old kits. I have a bunch of Clodbusters, a USA 1. I recently built this Midnight Pumpkin. This is pretty cool. This is an original Midnight Pumpkin. It's not a re-release. So my first RC truck ever was a Midnight Pumpkin. I didn't build it. I bought it, or my mother bought it for me in a local hobby store put it together. But my first RC, my first hobby grade RC was a Midnight Pumpkin. First kit I ever built was a Traxxas Sledgehammer. So right here's the tracks of Sledgehammer. This is the first kit I ever built. I was probably like, I don't know, maybe like 12 years old, if that. This is a cool truck. Its whole claim to fame was this thing wheelied like a madman. So this is a pretty cool truck. I started restoring this. I did a video a long time ago, but I found a NOS new in package. NOS means new old stock chassis, all gold pieces. I bought like 4 or 5 trucks just to make one nice one. I have another body, a clear body. I have to get a decal sheet, but pretty soon I'll have that finished. So anyway, back to the RC10T. So even though this is a new in-box kit, I still wanted to go through it and make sure everything was there. So I already took it out of the box, and I looked through the instruction manual, compared all the parts to make sure everything was there. This is cool. Back then they came with skinny front tires and also wide front tires. So everything's here in this kit. Look at that body. Even that's worth a lot of money. A lot of people would say I shouldn't build this kit, but I don't know. To me, something like this just shouldn't sit on the shelf. RC10s were made to be built and have fun with. And I'm definitely going to run this truck too. Check out that manual. Man, this thing really brings back some memories. So it took me a while to come up with a plan for as far as what I'm going to do with like electronics and all this stuff. I could either go with modern brushless or go old school. I decided to go old school, like what I had back in the day. So I know I have a lot of old vintage motors and parts and things like that. So I'm going to take a quick look, see what I got. So I'll come over to my snap-on toolbox right here. Right here is where I keep all my old stuff. That's kind of new. That's Tamiya Cloudbuster ESC. Ooh, that's good. Trinity Speedworks. Oh, that's a Monster Mash. That's something you put in like a Blackfoot, so I probably won't use that. What's this right here? That's a Reedy Force motor. Reedy and right there it says Associated. They were in cahoots back then. I gotta have more vintage motors than that. Let's see, what else do I have here? There's an old Futaba ESC. Ooh, Novak. No, sorry, wait, I said ESC, that's a receiver. That's a Novak ESC. That's probably definitely gonna go in there. Oh, what's this right here? Oh, it's a Losi Revolution. I don't know where I got that. Thought I had more motors in this. I gotta have some somewhere. So these old battery connectors. I'm sure if I look around I'll find a lot more old vintage. I know I have way more vintage stuff than that. As far as the controller, I'm probably going to go with something like this. This was real popular back then when this truck was new. This is a Futaba Magnum Sport. Alright, so now I'll get to putting this thing together. So stay tuned, part 2 of this video coming soon. Take care, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, hit the bell, see you next time.